Have you ever stopped to think about what money really is? That number on your screen, that card in your wallet, or the coins jingling in your pocket? It feels so normal, so everyday. But the story of how we got here is one of the most incredible, most shocking transformations in human history. We're going on a journey from tangible gold to intangible data, from trading cows to trading crypto. This isn't just about money, it's about the evolution of society itself. Let's rewind the clock. Way back, before the first coin was ever minted, we had the barter system. Imagine you're a skilled farmer with a surplus of grain, but you need a new pair of shoes. Simple, right? You just need to find a shoemaker who happens to need grain. But what if the shoemaker doesn't need grain? What if he needs a pot, and the potter needs wool, and the shepherd needs... well, you get the picture. It was a messy, inefficient system called the double coincidence of wants. It worked for simple, small communities, but it was a major roadblock to growth. To solve this, early societies started using commodity money. These were items that everyone agreed had value. Think cattle in ancient Africa, salt in the Roman Empire. In fact, the word salary comes from the Latin word for salt, salarium, or even giant stone wheels on the island of Yap. These items were more convenient than bartering live animals, but they still had problems. They were hard to divide, difficult to transport, and could spoil or degrade over time. The need for something more durable, divisible, and portable was becoming obvious. And so, humanity entered the age of metal. Around 600 BC, the Kingdom of Lydia, in modern-day Turkey, created the world's first standardized coins. They were made from a natural alloy of gold and silver called electrum, stamped with an emblem to guarantee their weight and purity. This was a revolution. Suddenly, you had a medium of exchange that was universally accepted, easy to carry, and wouldn't rot. Trade exploded. Empires could pay their soldiers, fund massive construction projects, and build complex economies. Gold and silver became the ultimate symbols of wealth and power, shaping the destiny of nations for centuries. For a long time, the value of money was directly tied to the precious metal it was made from. This was the gold standard. A dollar was worth a specific amount of gold, and you could, in theory, walk into a bank and exchange your paper money for a lump of the real thing. This created a sense of stability and trust. The amount of money in circulation was limited by the amount of gold a country had in its vaults. But this system also had its limitations. It was rigid. In times of economic crisis, like the Great Depression, governments couldn't simply print more money to stimulate the economy because they were constrained by their gold reserves. The 20th century brought about a monumental shift. In 1971, the United States officially abandoned the gold standard. This was a pivotal moment. Money was no longer backed by a physical commodity. It became fiat currency. Fiat is a Latin word meaning let it be done. The value of our money, the dollar, the euro, the yen, is now based purely on trust. Trust in the government that issues it and the stability of the economy it represents. This change gave central banks incredible power and flexibility to manage economic growth, control inflation, and respond to crises. It was the moment money truly became an abstract concept, a promise rather than a physical object. As our world became more connected, so did our money. The rise of computers and the internet in the late 20th century ushered in the era of electronic payments. Credit cards, debit cards, wire transfers. Suddenly, vast sums of money could be moved across the globe in seconds. Think about it. Most of the money that exists today isn't physical cash. It's just digital entries in a bank's ledger, ones and zeros flying through cyberspace. This digitalization made commerce faster, more convenient, and more global than ever before. You can buy a book from a seller halfway around the world with a single click. This was a leap as significant as the invention of the coin itself. But the transformation didn't stop there. In 2009, a mysterious figure known as Satoshi Nakamoto released a white paper for a new kind of money, Bitcoin. This marked the birth of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. This is where the story takes a truly mind-bending turn. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized digital currencies. What does that mean? It means there's no central bank, no government, no single entity controlling them. Instead, transactions are verified and recorded by a distributed network of computers all over the world. This technology challenges the very foundations of our traditional financial system. It offers the potential for faster, cheaper, and more secure transactions, especially across borders. For the first time in history, we have a way to transfer value directly from one person to another, anywhere in the world, without needing a bank or a financial institution as an intermediary. It's like a return to the directness of barter, but on a global digital scale. This decentralization of money could have profound societal implications, potentially offering financial services to the billions of people worldwide who are unbanked and increasing economic freedom for everyone. Of course, this new frontier is not without its challenges. The value of cryptocurrencies can be incredibly volatile. There are concerns about their use in illicit activities, their environmental impact, and the lack of regulation and consumer protection. It's a wild west, full of immense opportunity and significant risk. Governments and financial institutions around the world are now scrambling to understand and adapt to this disruptive technology. Some are exploring creating their own central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, which would be like a digital version of their national currency, combining the efficiency of crypto with the stability of a central bank. So, where does this leave us? We've journeyed from bartering cattle to mining Bitcoin. We've seen money transform from a physical object to a government promise, and now to a line of code on a decentralized network. Each step in this evolution has reflected a monumental shift in our society, our technology, and our very idea of value. The transition from physical gold to digital bits isn't just a change in form, it's a change in power dynamics, in global economics, and in individual freedom. What will money look like in another 100 years? Will we use a single global digital currency? Will our transactions be managed by artificial intelligence? Will the concept of a national currency even exist? We don't know for sure, but one thing is certain. The shocking transformation of our currency is far from over. The story of money is the story of us, and the next chapter is being written right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this incredible journey through the history of money. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the forces that shape our world. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think the future of money holds. See you in the next video.